Whether you're an Android fan or just someone who's always valued a good phone for a good price, the Moto X has always been on the radar. The past 2 years of the X have been phenomenal, except for a few key areas, like the camera. The all-new Moto X Pure, or Style depending on where you live, may be the phone to solve almost all things. So let's go ahead and dive into the brand new Moto X Pure, or Style, whatever. First off, Motorola has sort of gone in reverse in packaging sizes. While I must say the box looks and feels good, it's quite massive compared to its last iteration, just looking at it from an environmental standpoint here. But once you crack open into the shrink wrap, you can lift the lid and there it lies, the new Moto X that I've personally designed laying face down. Looks like Motorola wants you to appreciate your hard work in designing the phone rather than a blank and black screen. On the right side we see a Moto cover that is on top of this clear bumper case, and while it's nice to have, it's rather flimsy and sort of cheap feeling, but again, it's nice of them to throw this in. Beneath that is the charger, which is their turbocharger, but interestingly, it's not a two-piece set. It's just a brick with a cord attached to it. Why, Motorola? Why? On the opposite side and beneath the Moto X lies a pamphlet full of reading materials. Yeah, and a SIM eject tool, which will come in handy due to the amazing ability of this phone working on all bands, GSM or CDMA here in the States and abroad. Now back to the Moto X. Now over the past 3 generations, the Moto X has changed the most out of any other flagships. The first gen was 4.7 inches, the second 5.2 inches, and now we are at a healthy 5.7 inches. The change is drastic, but thankfully it's not become a monster like the Nexus 6. Its closest companion and probably its biggest competitor is this, the OnePlus 2. The builds of the devices are closer than you'd think, and the OnePlus 2 now has available swap covers, but you can always slap a slick wrap skin like this special edition carbon fiber. If you're interested, I'll drop a link below. But it's also its closest competitor on price. But the Moto X makes a very compelling sale. Now with a Quad HD LCD panel, a 6-core Snapdragon 808 processor, 3GB of RAM, a all-new 21-megapixel camera, and thankfully a micro SD card slot. The 3rd generation Moto X is actually the first phone to have that option. And with the endless customization options available with Moto Maker, you can really spec and design your device like I have here. You can see that I went for the walnut wood backing with gray metallic trims. Now once you're booted up here with the Moto X, we are presented with a nearly stock form of Android 5.1.1 Lollipop with the slightest customization from Motorola. Now I'm talking about the Moto Display, Moto Actions, Moto Voice, and Moto Assist, but I'll definitely cover these more in future videos. But for my first impressions here, the Moto X is silky smooth. As expected. We'll definitely keep an eye out for battery life due to the switch to an LCD panel, but also the 21 megapixel camera. My first photos so far are looking good. I'll definitely keep you updated on that as well. But in the meantime, check out our other videos on the Moto X Pure or Play or whatever this thing is called in your area or neck of the woods. Also leave questions and comments below that you want answered in my future videos. And as always, my name is Marco Hanna. I'll catch you in the next one.